So, have you heard about a woman named Amber Miller who decided to run in the Chicago Marathon despite being 39 weeks pregnant? Now, after finishing the race, she started to feel contractions and later on gave birth to a baby girl. Now, I think running a marathon has got to be pretty tough. Running it while pregnant has to be exhausting. I also think there was a pretty big potential to have the baby mid-race, given how far along she was in her pregnancy. Now, if a woman's willing to run a race 39 weeks pregnant, I imagine if she did have the baby mid-race, she probably would have just carried it to the finish line. She probably should have carried a backpack with towels, water, and a blanket to swaddle the child. Now, I'd hate to be the person behind her if her water broke. She probably should have ran with a slippery when wet sign on her back. Now, I personally am not a runner. Never been a fan, never will be. When somebody says to me, hey, I ran 5 miles today, I usually respond with, I get tired when I drive that far. Now, I think part of the reason is I tend to get bored easily. I do have an elliptical at home and I'm on it 3 times a week, but I usually watch TV while I'm doing it. I guess just being alone with my thoughts doesn't work for me, and it's probably better for society as a whole if I just remain distracted. If you know anything about the Amish, it's that they tend to be non-violent people. I actually think it's part of their religion to be non-violent. That's why I was in shock when I read a story about 3 Amish men being taken into custody by police after assaulting other members of their community. Now, that doesn't seem very Amish to me. Or did I miss something? You get it? Amish? Did I miss something? Oh, by the way, it's okay to poke fun at the Amish. You can be pretty sure they'll never watch a YouTube video and consequently be offended. Now, the attackers were accused of cutting off the hair and beards of other members of their local community. Now, to the Amish, that is a huge deal. It's kind of like with a cowboy, you don't mess with his horse. With a biker, you don't mess with his motorcycle. And with the Amish, you don't mess with another man's beard. Now, the 3 attackers in question were apparently part of an extreme Amish splinter cell. Now, I'm not sure I would ever hear the words extreme and Amish in the same sentence. I mean, are these guys from the bad part of the field? Do they wear gang colors or maybe dye their beards red? What makes an Amish person an extremist? Does he start swearing and then buy a Blu-ray player? Maybe get a t-shirt that says beards are for pansies? So I guess if you're Amish and you see a guy with a crazy look in his eyes and a pair of scissors, run away as fast as you can. People riding the trains in Amsterdam may have to resort to peeing in a bag. Now, the NS, which is initials for some sort of train company, has said that the bags are for emergency planning, similar to having first aid kits on board. Now, I'm sorry, but people need to pee all the time. The first aid kit tends to only come out on occasion. Several more people will need to pee on a train ride and will require gauze and bandages. Now, the NS has ensured that people will have a private place to use their pee bags should the need arise. They also said that the trains that actually have no bathrooms are usually used for pretty short trips. Still, the last thing I need is for the drunk guy next to me to be filling up a pee bag and then asking me to hold it for a second while he fills up a second one. And then if we hit a bump, I could get showered with urine. What if this guy has explosive diarrhea? I mean, do they have a bag for that? Today's question of the day is, what are some other ways to identify a radical Amish person? A couple videos ago, I did a thing in the comment section where people would tell a story and continue it. I thought I'd do something a little different today. If you don't feel like answering the question of the day, I'm asking you to finish this sentence. And if you're going to finish a sentence, start it with 3 dots. I like it when my hair starts to ... catch on fire, smell like tomatoes, bleed, point north. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Sorry if my face is a funny color. Don't forget to fave, comment, like, and do all the things that make me happy. And I'll see you next time. She probably should have carried a backpack. She probably should have